Welcome on in, gamers. We are right outside of Korok Forest right now. It does happen to be raining at the... Which tower is this? It's the Woodland Tower. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. Now, we should have probably just enough stamina to maybe make it up. Okay, yes. Because I know every Breath of the Wild player knows that there is a sword at the top. It is okay. It's a royal claymore, but what are we throwing away? You know what? We don't need the Boko spear. Where we're going, we don't need the Boko spear. Okay. So the Korok Forest is in there, and I figured we might as well just get started and head right down in there. I don't have any torches on me, but I'm just going to kind of roll with the punches. I think that the weather is going to clear up by the time that we actually make it into the Korok Forest. So we got to sneak in here real quick. Here is the path. There's a... Oh, no, I thought that was a silent princess. I got really excited for a second. A silent shroom, I'll take it, though. Whee! Spike Boko Club. Gotta get in the proper position for these bad boys. Okay. And then this guy with a giant club. And we're down for the count. Oh, come on! No! Okay, fine. I will take your club then and use that as a weapon. Huzzah. Okay. Let's at least get a little bit of these bad boys. We got the Moblin Fangs, the Moblin Horns. Got a couple of arms, but I've already got 2 arms. That's all that I need to pull the Master Sword for today. Another silent shroom. Let's grab it. But yeah, I was telling chat before stream got started. I did end up squeezing a little bit of a Costco run today. Like, the thing is, when it comes to Costco's food court, like, it's basically, at this point, it's kind of a toss-up if I end up going for, like, a chicken bake or a pizza. But today I ended up going for a hot dog because I feel that, like, if you're in a rush, the hot dog is the clear way to go. Because you can't really eat pizza in the car. I don't really trust anybody that eats pizza in the car. We're picking up some acorns. Chicken bake maybe, but, like, at that point, you might as well just go for the hot dog and get the drink as well. Hold up. What do we got here?
Blood moon rises once again. Please be careful.
Wait, this is just a normal blood moon? Oh, I guess we timed it, unfortunately, that the moment that we walk into... Huh. Okay. I've never come across that timing before. Okay. Now, what you do... I don't know how many of you have played this before. Chances are most of you have played this. But the secret is you gotta follow the sparks. So you see the fires, you see the sparks, it's gonna lead you over here. Because what happens if you go where there's no sparks? What happens if we head over here? We get murdered. We get murdered, and we don't want to be murdered on the Wobble Dude stream today. Not this go around. Welcome on in, Dippy. I hope that you are happy, healthy, and hydrated. You are here to get your watch streak points. All right. I hope that the world is treating you well. I know that I didn't respond in the Discord to your hello. I was a little bit busy today. It was kind of one of those days where, like, I was busy throughout the entirety of the day. I even had a meeting after school that had it with my teaching partner and whatnot. You got to follow the sparks. And we went over test scores, and boy, oh boy. Sometimes, like, it is really humbling when you end up looking at test scores every now and then. Obviously, you want to make sure that, like, your kids end up understanding the basics and whatnot, but sometimes it can be tough. We cannot carry any more weapons. Let's hope the spirits of the forests they don't feel pain. But yeah, how are you doing today? Okay, we're taking a torch now. We are gonna follow the sparks. Okay. It looks like we're still going this way. We're still going this way. Okay. Now we're going this way. Oh, and see, now it's changing. You gotta go the direction the wind is taking you, man. We're once again heading this way. I really want to pet the fox, but we can't do that right now. Okay. Well, there's a tree in the way, and we can't exactly set a tree that large on fire, so we're just gonna keep going this way. I believe. Oh. And now it's different, so now we go this way. We're gonna keep going this way. God, it kind of makes me feel like a Boy Scout doing that. Oh! Oh, shrine nearby. Oh my gosh, really? Really? Come on. First of all, really cringe username. Okay? Second of all, we gotta ban you. Oh, no. No, not that. We're gonna go ahead and hit the ban. Can everybody say cringe bot? Cringe bot. Cringe bot. We do not like bots here. The only bot that we like is Nightbot, because they help me with modding things. Cringe bot. So true. Oh, and now it's switching again. Now it's switching again. So now... Oh, okay. Okay, we keep heading this way. I think that's the Korok Forest right there. Yes. I get so nervous in the Korok Forest. I found something really funny. What did you find out, Gem? I always love a good funny. I always love a good funny. Okay, so I got my girlfriend really good today. I got my girlfriend really good. Oh, no! Oh, no! 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 I didn't want to start a forest fire. I'm sorry, Smokey Bear. I'm sorry. No. No, we're not fans of arson here. We don't do arson. Oh, it's a good thing that... Okay. No. Welcome on in, Twilight. I hope that you are happy, healthy, and hydrated. No, I got my girlfriend really good today because I ended up ordering some Blu-rays off of Amazon. I've been trying to boycott Amazon as much as I possibly can because, like, I'm not a fan of Jeff Bezos. I'm not a fan of the way that Amazon does business. But at the same time, they were doing a sale on Blu-rays where, like, if you buy 3, then you get them for $33. And then, like, if you ended up buying, like, more with that deal, then it basically added additional Blu-rays at that price point. So I ended up getting like 5 movies. And one of them is a Quentin Tarantino movie that I am not going to repeat the name of because this is a family-friendly channel. And the other was Schindler's List. And so both of the Blu-rays ended up arriving today, actually. The Tarantino movie arrived in an envelope, and Schindler's List, for some reason, arrived in a giant box. And my girlfriend thought it was weird that Schindler's List would show up in a box. And I told her, oh, no, babe, I know why it showed up in a box. Because it's a lot heavier of a movie. And she is currently in the other room, and I am streaming right now. So that shows you what you need to know. I think it's a good joke, Twilight. I think it's a good joke. I still haven't seen Schindler's List all the way through. I've only seen bits and pieces. I've seen like maybe the first like 45 minutes, and then I ended up seeing like the last scene. And the last scene is really heartbreaking to watch. No spoilers, but like, yeah. You need to watch the full thing. I know I need to watch the full thing. Like, I'm a history guy. I should watch the full thing. But yeah, the Tarantino movie that I also ended up ordering, it is also a very strongly anti-Nazi film. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Oh, I know it's a phenomenal movie. It's probably one of Spielberg's best, you know? Spielberg has some really good movies and whatnot, but like I know that Schindler's List is probably his magnum opus, you know? I am sorry. I'm going to go back. FNAF 2 was nominated for a Razzie for Worst Sequel. What? Yo, that's funny. That's funny. By the way, also thank you for apple pie, Dippy. I really do appreciate the snack. I do love a good apple pie. Apple pie a la mode, delicious. I have heard that apple pie is really good with a slice of cheddar cheese. I still haven't tried it yet, though. I can see it. I can understand the vision because the butteriness and the flakiness of the crust is going to really complement with the sharpness of the cheese. Not only that, but you also got the cheese that is playing with the apples. Apples and cheese go really well together. The thing that is throwing me off is the cinnamon and the sugar. If you have an apple pie and it does not have cinnamon, at least as one of the spices, perhaps even cloves or cardamom as other spices, then I kindly have to ask what the heck you're doing, you know? And I don't know if cinnamon and cheddar cheese go well together. I'll be honest. We do love being anti-Nazi here. We are not a fan of Nazis. We don't like Nazis. Nazis are bad. Yeah. What up, Chloe? Welcome on in. I hope that you are happy, healthy, and hydrated. What is going on, Chloe? You're saying chat in all caps. Oh, wait. We stopped right before the cutscene. Okay. Guys, if an ancient tree told you to do something, would you do it? Asking for a friend. I like how I started as a FNAF fan, but now I'm a low-key hater. I mean, that is kind of funny. That is also not really surprising because I feel like that's the case for a lot of things. Like, I used to be a Harry Potter fan, and now I'm kind of a Harry Potter hater. Like, I still have the Blu-rays. I bought the Blu-rays a long time ago because I wanted to have it in my personal collection back then when I did consider myself a fan. But now I don't really consider myself a fan. For reasons that I think should be very obvious if anybody knows what J.K. Rowling has been up to. Oh, Jake A. Rowling. Silly goober. If you're ever, like, making roasted chicken or something, before you put it in the oven, put on some garlic butter and... Ooh! Oh, wait, Chloe, you might be cooking. You might be cooking. That sounds good. Because, like, chicken, especially the chicken breast, does tend to get a little dry after a while. But, like, a little bit of butter goes a long way. Cheese works with a regular apple pie with a top crust or no topping. It wouldn't work with the crumble type topping I make. I mean, I'd be willing to try anything once, Twilight Mom. I do get what you're saying. The topping that you usually do for your apple pie is more like a streusel. But at the same time, like, I feel that cheddar cheese goes with just crunch. You know, the flavor of cheddar cheese goes really well with the texture of crunch. I could still see it. Harry Potter is just Star Wars, but bad, fight me. I really have a lot to say about that particular message, Chloe. I think that the original Star Wars is a lot better than Harry Potter. Genuinely, because, like, if you go back and you, like, read Harry Potter through, like, a critical lens, it's very clear through, like, first of all, Harry, who, like, has a very troubled childhood and basically has no experience with the wizarding world, ends up being introduced to the wizarding world as a child, You know, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Then later on, as he becomes a teenager, realizes that in reality, the wizarding world is kind of like fascist wizards. Now, obviously, Lord Voldemort is kind of like the main figurehead and everything, but there's the entire government of the Ministry of Magic that is very easily and swiftly, like, converted in order to serve, like, a very fascist line of thinking. And even before Voldemort came along, there were lots of issues with the way that the Ministry was running things by, like, intentionally keeping the House Elves and the Centaurs and all magical creatures in a completely different class, separate from human beings, and treated as second-class citizens, even though they have the same sentience and sometimes far greater intelligence that exceeds human beings. And Harry Potter discovers all of this, and then at the end decides that he's going to be a cop. Rather than actually trying to change the system, rather than actually trying to bring about justice for all magical creatures, when he realizes that there is injustice in this world, and he, as the Chosen One, has the power and the capacity to actually change things, does he change things for the better? No. He becomes a law enforcement officer. And he ends up upholding the very system of oppression that has been holding all sorts of, like, people down. And it's just, it's really depressing when you actually break it down like that, you know? And, like, with Star Wars, obviously, you got fascism with the Empire and everything. And, like, obviously, ending Darth Vader is not going to completely disrupt everything with fascism. Like, there's this myth that if you end up getting rid of the one leader, it makes all of the fascism go away, and that's obviously not true. But I do feel like Star Wars did a much better job of exploring the politics of what actually leads to fascism, rather than Harry Potter, which actually seems to be an endorsement of the status quo, you know? Reading Harry Potter, knowing who J.K. Rowling is now makes you realize a lot. It does make you realize a lot in that series. J.K. Rowling hates women. She hates women, especially if they are unattractive. She thinks that attractive women are good and that unattractive women are bad and that they are incapable of change. And, woo, I'm not a fan of that. I watched exactly 2.5 Star Wars films and they were pretty decent, I guess. It depends on which Star Wars movies you watch, though, Chloe. Why is Harry Potter fanfics better written than the actual books? Because Harry Potter fanfiction is not written by J.K. Rowling. That is the easiest question to answer. Why do you have the Harry Potter glasses? These are not Harry Potter glasses. Harry Potter has the full moon, complete circular glasses. I have, it's not a circle. It's not a circle. If they were Harry Potter glasses, then the bridge of the glasses would be a lot closer to my nose, and the actual lenses would be perfect circles. All right? I'm different. I'm built different. My mom keeps agreeing with J.K. Rowling. That's unfortunate. That's a bit cringe. That's a bit cringe. I hate to break it to you. But which Star Wars movies have you seen? Because I am curious about that. That, like, depending on which Star Wars movies you see, you're probably going to have a completely different view of the series. If your only exposure to Star Wars is episode 7 through 9, you got to forget everything that you have seen. You got to Men in Black yourself, flash your own eyeballs, go and watch the original trilogy. Actually, no. Here's what you do. You watch episode 4 to get introduced to the universe, all right? You get introduced to Obi-Wan Kenobi. You get introduced to Luke Skywalker. You get introduced to 3PO and R2 and Darth Vader. Then, before you end up watching Empire Strikes Back, you go back and watch episodes 1 through 3. Actually, no. Maybe 4, 1, 2, 5, 3, 6? I don't know. Maybe the best way is just to do it in order of chronological release. You watch 4, 5, and half of 6. Well, 6 isn't the best one, but 5 is fantastic, man. Uh-oh.
Link.
Oh, cutscene time.
You are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
Oh. Okay. The fate of all of Hyrule. Yo, tree waking up.
Who is that? Did I doze off again?
How long you been sleeping, bro?
Well, it's you.
I will say though, Chloe, you have watched most of the best of Star Wars movies.
Better late than never. After 100
I have grown to like the sequels, the prequels more. The sequels, not so much.
Even my patience has limits, you know. That look on your face tells me that you have no recollection of me, however.
Dude, if a tree woke up and told me, hey, how come you don't remember me? I don't know what my reaction would be either. It is John A. Tree, inventor of tree. That is so true.
Ages as the Deku tree. That is the weapon created by the ancient goddess.
Whoa.
The sword that seals the darkness that only the chosen knight can wield against the Calamity Ganon.
No worries, Twan. Thank you for stopping by.
Believe it or not, it was actually you who wielded that sword 100 years ago.
Oh, no. No way, really?
I must warn you to take extreme caution. The sword stands as a test to anyone who would dare attempt to possess it.
Holy cow. Okay. Do you think we can do it, chat?
Now, I cannot say whether you are worthy or not.
Are we worthy? Are we worthy?
To free the sword in any sort of weakened state, you would surely lose your life where you stand.
I need to see a rendition of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet played exclusively by Koroks. You have no idea what that would do to a guy like me. I see them impersonating a death scene and I'm like, dude, these guys are adorable. Oh my gosh. I saw A New Hope at a drive-in when it first came out when I was a kid. Have not seen another Star Wars movie in its entirety. Twilight, Mom, you gotta see Empire Strikes Back. It is the best Star Wars movie. It's so good. I mean, like, it's also really cool to see, like, Luke Skywalker's character evolve throughout the course of the trilogy and to see him mature because, like, in A New Hope, he's so young and he's, like, wrapped up in this whole thing and he's, like, almost kind of overwhelmed at how crazy everything is with the interconnectedness of the Empire and how that affects, like, his, well, obviously what happened to his uncle and aunt. Ben Kenobi actually being Obi-Wan Kenobi, a Jedi Master, and like it's very much hero's tale coded, but like Empire Strikes Back, you see Luke at his lowest state, and then in Return of the Jedi, you see him kind of make peace with the realization that he ends up having at the end of Empire Strikes Back, and he goes about a brand new mission. Not necessarily to, like, destroy the Empire, but to redeem his dad. And, like, it's such a good story. It's such a good story. The sequel trilogy just doesn't have it, man. Anyway, gang, I wore femme clothes for the first time, and it was so peak. Let's go! We love gender-affirming things! Let's go! I am so happy for you, Chloe. Excellent. Funky Kong approves, by the way. Funky Kong approves. Let's see whether or not you are currently possess said power. You think we got this? All right. Okay, I'll pull up. Oh. Forget pulling the Master Sword. Bro's about to pull a hamstring. Ah, never mind. All right, cool. Oh. Oh. Ah. I love that music, man. It's so good.
Master will come for you.
Huh?
Until then, you shall rest safely here. Although the slumber of restoration will most certainly deprive him of his memories, please trust me when I say that I know he will arrive before you yet again.
If I may be so bold, what is it that you are planning to do next, Princess?
Punch Ganon in the face.
The Master Sword. I heard it speak to me. It seems that my role is unfinished. There is still something I must do.
I must travel back in time 10,000 years.
Dedication.
Great Deku Tree.
Shigeru Miyamoto needs more money. I need to travel back in time to the first Thanksgiving
Now then,
to get turkeys off the menu.
intended for him would sound much better in the tones of your voice, don't you think?
Yes.
Wait, am I reading this correctly? Did the tree just tell her to leave a voicemail on the sword? I think... Fellas, if a tree tells you to leave a voicemail message on a sword, what are you doing? Man, that's beautiful. Oh, I might have gotten it. Because that might be a thumbnail right there. I did see that you got Culver's, Gem. I'm glad. I don't have Culver's where I live, but I've heard that their burgers are pretty good. I do not know about the legends of Vantris,
What you
though.
saw happened where you stand 100 years ago. After you were separated from the sword, the princess thought to bring it here.
Yeah.
Where she knew that it would be safe under my watch.
Are you sure about that? Bro, you were sleeping.
Trapped deep within the confines of Hyrule Castle,
Oh, you don't say.
her heart cascades with faith that you will return. She has a smile like the sun. I will do much
saw that,
to
Gem.
feel its
I
warmth
approve.
upon me once again.
We're gonna make Link an NB icon. Why doesn't Link just pick up the tree and start hitting people with it? Is he stupid? Probably. Probably. Look, I mean, like, Link has the Triforce of Courage. He does not have the Triforce of Wisdom. That is something that is very clear in every single Zelda game. Ironically, except for Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe Link's Awakening. There's not really a Triforce in Link's Awakening either. Man, it feels good to have a Master Sword. but that's the current time. Link is currently a he/him lesbian, guys. At such times, the true power of the sword will manifest. But be warned, do not rely too much on its power. If you yield it without need, its master will be exhausted and it will no longer be of use to you. Should this happen, you must wait for the sword to recover. Okay, so there's a lot of people that are frustrated that the Master Sword ends up running out of energy and then you have to wait for it to rebuild. But, like, I kind of get the in-lore reason why it ends up losing energy. Like, the Master Sword is clearly designed for one particular purpose. It is the sword that seals the darkness. If you are using it to just chop down trees, then, like, of course it's gonna be like, hey, this isn't my intended purpose. Stop that. I don't know. Why doesn't he just stab people with the pointy bit of the Triforce? Is he stupid? That's not how the Triforce works. That's not how any of that works. No, it's okay. It's all right. And we got our health back. Let's go. Okay, I do believe We got some shrines over here. There's a shrine on this side. Oh, Mr. Hero!
Hey, are you the hero? Could it be? Welcome to Korok Forest. You're much cooler looking than I thought you'd be. But to be sure, you're up to the task at hand. I prepared a trial for you. What do you think? Will you accept my trial?
Oh, I'll do it.
Show me a rod with the power of ice, please. You can wave this rod to freeze monsters in their tracks. Ice wizrobes love to wreak havoc with them.
I don't want to get an ice rod. I don't like ice rods. Because I don't like the ice wizrobes. Has anybody tried though? Well, like the Triforce is like... The Triforce isn't like a physical thing. It's more... The Triforce is like spiritual. It's not made of a material thing. It's more like a spirit... Not quite a spirit. It's like a spiritual essence that ends up being embodied in different characters over time. You can't take the Triforce out and poke people with it in the same way that you wouldn't be able to take somebody's soul out and poke somebody with it. If I had the ability to take my soul out and just start poking people with it, do you realize how much havoc I would create? I'm glad I don't have that kind of power. Fateful stars. Oh. Okay. Well, this guy has 3 stars. So we stick it in 3. And then this guy has 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe 4? Is that it? Legends of Evantris is kind of like Critical Role, a D&D party that streams their sessions, except they focus way more on comedy. Okay. I do like Dimension 20. I really haven't seen much of Critical Role, and I need to. I really need to. But I do really like Critical Role because, like, I feel like Brennan Lee Mulligan as a DM is not only really creative in, like, the worlds and the stories that he creates, and he's not only a really good voice actor, but he is also so good at catching newer players up to speed with like how the mechanics work and slowly introducing them to the game while giving them really epic moments to play out. It's cool. Is this what we actually need to do? Hold up, let me read the directions. No worries, Dippy. Thank you for stopping by. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. We are going to be streaming on Saturday. We're going to be playing some Mario Kart World, and we're going to be opening it up to the community, I will have you know. So if you are down, feel free to tune in on Saturday. Look to the stars for guidance. The constellations are the key. Oh, well, that's what I was doing. Okay, that has 3 stars. The largest one has 4 stars. The problem is, this one has like 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Maybe 5, 10, and then 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to make this 2. They did a one-off session with Matt Lillard. That would be cool. Dude, being able to play a one-off session with Matthew Lillard, that would be fun. Oh, zoink, Scoob! Oh, there's a constellation map back there. Okay. What does that mean, though? Like, if we look at... Huh. What do those stars actually mean? Do they correspond with any numbers? Unless it's, like, a numpad. Guys, would you beat the Immortal Snail? How would you beat the Immortal Snail? Are you talking about, like, the the thought experiment where you're like, oh yeah, you're going to receive a reward, but in order to receive the award, you're going to have a snail that is constantly chasing you wherever you go, and when they finally catch up with you, you die? Okay, it's that one. Bro, I am becoming a licensed helicopter pilot. Dip it in a vat of tar? Well, it is immortal. Eventually, it's going to make its way out. I think... this actually means 1. Meanwhile... Oh, wait a minute. It's the number of constellations that are like that in the sky. So how many of the angle ones we have? We've got 4 of them. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. We actually have 5 of them. Oh my gosh. This is really difficult, guys. I didn't realize that there was going to be counting in a Zelda game. I thought that it was just going to be collecting Koroks and going, yeah, haha. But now they're asking me to count? This is too much. I believe that we've got 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks like we got 3 of these bad boys. We got 3 of these bad boys. How are you going to locate it in the first place? That is a good question. That is a good question. How would I try to pinpoint the location of a snail? Do I at least get a hint of, like, what continent the snail is on? I think this one is just going to be 1. And then we're looking for the really long spaghetti boy. Oh, no. We actually don't need that. Lovely! We don't get a location of where the snail is at. Okay, so we have no hints about the location of the snail. We just know that the snail is coming for us. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Okay, I need to get a pen and paper. That's what I need to do. Okay, so the first one is... Oh, wait, I don't want to use that paper. I want to use a sticky note. Oh my god, my pen is not working. I need to choose a different one. Okay, so the first one... Dude, do none of my pens work? Am I allergic to ink? Okay, 4. The next one has got 2. It's 4, 2, 2, 1. Okay, we got to go 4, 2, 2, 1. But you'll know the snail when you see it. How am I going to know that the snail is actually the snail? Does it have, like... does it have glowing red eyes like an alpha Pokemon? That would be pretty crazy. Okay, we got 4, 2, 2, 1. Come on. Yes, alpha snail. Okay. Okay, so I just need to be on the lookout for a snail with glowing red eyes. Okay. And if I have a snail with glowing... If I see the snail with glowing red eyes, dude, I'm just like... I'm going to find an excuse to move. I'm going to be talking with my landlord right then and there saying, hey, I actually need to move places for my physical safety. I don't want to get into details about it. I've been doxxed by a mollusk. And I need to move, you know? The burgers at Culver's are good, but you need to get the root beer. Really? When I think of, like, places to get good root beer, first place I'm thinking of is, like A&W. I didn't, like, what type of root beer does Culver's have? Do they have their own brand? Do they make their own root beer? I do genuinely believe, and, like, I'm really sorry for my European audience because I don't know if you guys are necessarily going to have any experience with this, unless you have visited very particular parts of America. Having fresh root beer is one of the best drinking experiences you will ever have. You will get so much more complexity of flavor just like from the sarsaparilla, and you'll get like bitterness, you'll get sweetness, and it is so much better than anything that is produced in a factory. Like genuine root beer that is actually made from scratch is so stinking delicious. Chosen one. Wait, hold up. The hero called Link? Well, I mean, like, I'm not Link. I'm Wobble Dude. I don't know what this guy's talking about. You are ready to test the limits of your... Oh, wait! Wait! Trial of the Sword? Oh, it is Housemate. Okay, I'm gonna have to try it then. God, do we do Trial of the Sword? It's in Master Mode. That's what I'm worried about, man. Trial of the Sword is already really challenging, but then stick it in Master Mode. Like, I still haven't beat it even in the base game. Beating it in Master Mode is going to be so tricky. Oh, okay. All right. I'm not ready for this trial, I promise. I'm really not ready. A voice beckoned you here. I see, so the time has come. I shall now tell you all I know about the arduous trial that awaits you. That sword you have reunited with, the Master Sword, it has yet to realize its true splendor. This trial shall test your courage to ensure you are worthy of this splendor. It is called the Trial of the Sword. It will challenge you as you have never been challenged before. Dude, I love these Koroks. They're so good. All of your weapons and armor will be sealed away. You must face your enemies without the tools you've come to rely on. Once you have tempered your soul and proven your wisdom and courage by completing the Trial of the Sword, the Master Sword shall truly be yours. Unless my eyes deceive me, you seem quite willing to take on this trial, a hero through and through. We're not necessary. Unless you guys want to see me try. If you guys want to see me try, I have no guarantee that we're actually going to beat the first layer. But, like, it could happen. It could happen. You never know. We have other quests that we need to do, too. There's a couple other shrines that we could end up tackling in the Korok Forest. I think that there's one right here, and one right here, if I remember correctly. If you guys want to see me do Trial of the Sword, though, like, I don't know. It could be fun. It could be fun. The night is young. We've got an hour left of stream. We only have like 15 hearts, though, is the thing. You know what? Hold up. Okay, there might be... Yeah, I know that Glue couldn't hear our call. If we head this way, is it gonna get us lost? Yes, it is gonna get us lost. Here's what I'm thinking. What if... What if we head to Kakariko Village, okay? We head to Kakariko Village, we level up our stamina, and we give it the old college try. I have no idea if we're actually going to succeed, but there's a part of me, it's getting an itch. I'm getting an itch to maybe give it a try. And who knows, if we're successful, then we're going to get 10 additional damage points to the Master Sword. And if we're not successful, hey, baby, that's content, you know? That's content at the end of the day. All right. I would like a stamina vessel, actually. We'll go ahead and do that. Thank you. Okay. Go and bring peace to Hyrule? Don't mind if I yes. Okay. God, I'm nervous, but like... I'm nervous, but I'm feeling kind of okay about it. Like, okay. Not great, but okay. Believers, I need you guys to come in clutch for me. Doubters, you guys don't need to offer your condolences or anything. But believers, this is your time to shine. Okay. You know what? We're going to drop a save. Because it's going to make me feel better. Okay? Okay. I feel like we should have waited for a little bit more health, but... let's do it. Let's freaking do it, okay? Okay. Oh, we don't have the champions either. We are naked. To the Blade's chosen hero, in the name of the goddess Hylia, I offer the trial of the sword. You presently lack the power necessary to wield the true splendor of the Master Sword. You must fortify your mind, body, and soul by eradicating all obstacles that appear in this realm. In this illusory realm of sacred mystery, anything can happen. All that you obtain here will be lost upon your return to the reality that you know. Chosen hero of the Master Sword, overcome the trial of the sword and claim the blade's true splendor. Okay. All right. Okay, there is also a tree branch. Oh god. No. Oh god. Okay. We're gonna just grab these. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is what I was worried about. Man, okay. Really bad. Okay, this is why I wanted to, like, maybe take a break. Maybe not do it just yet. Okay, we got a rusty halberd. That's going to give us some distance. Okay. Okay, no, 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 no. Okay, we got the rusty claymore, dude. Okay, we got the Boko spear. Okay, no, 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 I'm on fire, I'm on fire, I'm on fire. We got the seared steak. This is... okay. Oh my god. Okay, we got the rusty shield. Dude, how am I this bad at the game? I have been playing this game off and on for so long. Okay, there's that. Rusty broadsword. Okay, there's that. We take the branch. God. Maybe I need to practice this game a little bit more. Maybe I need to play this game every day, refamiliarize myself with, like, the timing of the windows and everything. Maybe I need to practice this in, like, regular mode, but man, this was bad. We got the Endura Shroom. Okay. Okay, here's what we are going to do. We're gonna drop all of these. We're just going to cook them. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and, like, eat all of this. Really not good. Really, really not good. Is there anything else that we can use? I think that's it. Now, we do also have the bombs, so we need to keep that in mind. We've got the bombs. It's going to take a long time for us to actually kill the enemies with the bombs, but... Okay. So here... we've got a flaming boy. The flaming boy is also creating smoke. We've got a blue guy over there, presumably with arrows. Yeah, I gotta be careful. Slowly making my way over here. The guy doesn't see me yet. Okay. Gee whiz! Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's rough out here, man. It's rough out here. Okay, there's something. Okay, we take the Bokobo. We take the Bokobo. We are gonna open these. We got 10 arrows now. 10 arrows. Okay, the best way to head up there... I don't want to waste the arrows. So, we're gonna... Oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna climb up the tree. Okay, we are gonna take the iron sledgehammer. Okay. And, okay. Yeah. That basically went about as well as I expected it to. Perhaps even worse. Maybe I gotta try again. Maybe I gotta try again. That was just to shake off the rust. Oh my gosh. But, like, the Trial of the Sword, there's, like, 11 different levels. Okay, if we don't make it in this one, then we're just gonna move on and we're gonna start collecting shrines. That's what we're gonna do. Okay? God.
Snack
A cup
time?
of coffee with pigeon milk from Animal Crossing? Well, thank you, Cher. Normally, I would be disgusted by that, but I do like the idea of a cozy cup of coffee from Animal Crossing. Thank you very much. Welcome on in, by the way. I hope that you are happy, healthy, and hydrated. We are doing our darndest with the Trial of the Sword right now. There's only 3 of them. There's only 3 of them, guys. Surely I'll be able to handle 3 of them and do a lot better. Ooh, a watch streak. Let's go 5 streams in a row. Holy cow, girl. Let's go. No. We're gonna be sneaky. Okay. So I think that the best way to go about this is hopping up in the trees. Hopping up in the trees. We got the rusty claymore. Let's go. Okay. From here, Boko spear. Okay, I was worried about that. We're gonna grab that one. Yes, we are gonna grab that one. Okay, this is so much better already. Okay, yo! You're in my personal space, bud. You're in my personal space, bud. Okay. Okay, this sucks. His spear is on fire. What's a guy supposed to do when the spear is on fire? Grab it from him. That's what we're supposed to do. Yeah! Get poked in the face, bud. Get poked in the face, bud. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay. Okay. There's something. Okay. We're making some progress. Ooh, okay, we take the rusty shield. We take the rusty broadsword. That was so much better. We still only have 3.5 hearts, but at least that was better. I think that at this point, we're just trying to go with practice, man. We are just trying to go with practice. We're going to go ahead and take this tree branch. We are going to take our woodcutter's axe. We're taking the seared steak. Are we allowed to ask what grade and subject you teach, or is that too personal? I teach 8th grade history. Where I am at, that means that I end up teaching American history to kids who are about 13 and 14 years old. Okay, we are going to hold. And then we're going to drop. We take the roasted wild berry, the toasty iron shroom, the toasty Hylian shroom, the toasty silent shroom, and the roasted mighty bananas. We are then going to eat. Okay. We have all of those deactivated. Oh my gosh, I forgot we have a daily bonus. There is no daily bonus effect to activate. Okay. In history, the subject you wanted to teach, or was that the one you were given? I actually got my degree in social studies education. So the way that it works in the States is like each state has their own licensure system for different kinds of teacher. And basically you've got like elementary teachers that can teach a wide variety of different subjects. And then you've got, elementary teachers usually are licensed to teach like K through, it's either like K through 6 or K through 8. It depends on the state. And then there's like, if you want to specialize in a particular field like science or social studies, then you go into that, and then you have like science education license or a social studies education license. My license allows me to teach anything in history, political science and government, economics, or even psychology. I am not allowed to teach things like math, which is kind of funny because I have asked my students, like, you know, hey, would you like help with your math homework? And, okay. And sometimes I end up helping them with their math homework, and they think that I am a better communicator of math concepts than, like, their teacher. Okay, dude. Rusty broadsword. Okay, also better. Also better. Okay, Rusty. We'll do sledgehammer. Again, so much better. So much better. I tried college and COVID struck and never got back. I don't blame you. Like, first of all, college is difficult anyways. Second of all, if, like, most of your college courses end up being online, that is really difficult to do. Okay, I was a little bit worried about that, but it is what it is. Also better. I mean, we made it to level 3. That's more than I can say last time. If I didn't have so many learning disabilities, I would want to go back to school to be a librarian. I didn't know how to read well in school, and one day I decided I wanted to read a book and fell in love with reading. That's awesome! We love reading, and we also love it when people end up pursuing things that give them joy and allow them to learn new things. Even when they end up having learning disabilities that kind of end up fighting against them, they don't let any of that define that, and they end up having fun learning anyways. We love that. Yes! Let's go! One thing that, like, I really admire, and, I don't know... Ooh, you know what? Actually, there's gonna be goodies up there. So what we need to do is we actually do need to let down that. I don't know if anybody else has seen, like, the clip, any of the clips of Kai Cenat, like, trying to teach himself how to read, so that way, like, he can become a more, like, eloquent person and whatnot. There's a lot of people online who, unfortunately, were making fun of him for that, and, like, I just gotta say, like, first of all, it is really admirable to put yourself out there as big of a streamer as Kai Cenat is, and to say, you know what, I am going to go ahead and teach myself how to read better publicly. Like, the fact that he is making this a public thing, and he's reading through, and he's making mistakes, but then he, like, for a lot of words that, you know, Frank, a lot of adults end up using some of these words in their everyday lives, and he doesn't know necessarily how they're pronounced or how they're spelled, so he comes across the word and he ends up looking it up in a dictionary, and he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna remember that next time. It's genuinely really cool that as a very successful streamer, as a fully fledged adult, he is admitting that, you know what, you know, there are some words that I don't know that are out there, but I am still going to try. And I'm like, dude, I wish that more people did that. I think that the world would be at a better place if we all admitted that sometimes we end up struggling through things, but what's important is that we end up persevering and learning to do better next time, you know? In school, I got everything read to me so I could understand it. I mean, like, everybody's got their own accommodations and everything. And, like, at the end of the day, what's most important is that you end up learning the material. Now, I am glad that later on in life you ended up like discovering the joy of reading, because reading is so awesome. Reading is so much fun. And there's a part of me that wishes that, you know, obviously I don't know about your educational experience. I don't know about your teachers. Part of me wishes that they might have encouraged you to read sooner. But the fact that you ended up reading later on in life, like, there is never a better time to try something new than today. You know? There is never a better time than today to try something new. Even if it is challenging, it's important to kind of push your limits and to see what you are capable of. This is more of like a quote that he ended up saying about like exercise and whatnot. But one of my favorite Socrates quotes is, it's either Socrates or Aristotle. They said that like one of the greatest joys in life is pushing yourself to the limit and figuring out exactly what you are capable of. They were describing like the physical strength that people had, or that people might have. Oh my God, this is half a full. Let's at least eat that. We're going to hold on to the apples and bananas for now. My grade 3 teacher said we weren't allowed picture books and had to read chapter books. I wasn't at that level. Reading, and my dyslexia was so bad I would stare at the page and watch the words move the whole time. Oh, no. Oh, that's rough. Oh, it's these guys. These guys are easy. These guys are easy. Okay. Okay. Here's what we do. There we go. Easy. Easy. I had another teacher who was supposed to teach cursive, and I'm left-handed, and they tried... What? No! No. Girl, are you sure that you didn't go to school in the 1500s? Because that sounds like they were trying to make sure that they wouldn't burn you at the stake for being a witch. Like, that's messed up. It felt like that? That's horrible. People don't even write in cursive that much anyways. Yes, I think it's important to learn how to read in cursive, but, like, writing in cursive? Who does that? Okay. Okay, we... Okay, that's what I was worried about. We have alerted. Now all of China knows that we're here. Okay, he did take fall damage, which is nice. Wait a minute, do you guys see what we can do? They don't know that we're up here. And we have explosive barrels. You know what that means. Hey, buddy, catch! Oh, no. Well, that didn't work out the way that I had hoped. Okay. Well, that didn't work. Okay, well, that one worked. I'll take that. I have an idea. I shoot with an arrow right there. Okay. Okay. Oh, we grab the sword. We grab the sword. We grab the spike. Okay, no, we got to go for that guy before he heals. Or, alternatively, we could die. I'll take that as well. Okay. We'll go ahead and continue. I don't think that we're going to be doing Trial of the Sword. I feel like the best thing that we could do is to level up our hearts. And if we end up doing Trial of the Sword, maybe we'd end up doing like a dedicated stream or whatnot. You know? Let's go ahead and see what shrines we can get with the Koroks, you know? I'm trying to find all the kid books I missed out on reading as a kid, and last year I read all the series of... I love Series of Unfortunate Events! Oh my gosh, I don't know of a single book series that is more foundational to my sense of humor than Series of Unfortunate Events. I love reading about the Baudelaire orphans. I love the way that Lemony Snicket, as it turns out, is kind of a complicated and maybe troublesome individual, but that's kind of one of those situations where I'm separating the art from the artist. Which I am able to charitably do with Lemony Snicket, not necessarily J.K. Rowling. But Lemony Snicket, like, the way that he ends up writing and incorporating vocabulary lessons into the actual narrative is so hilarious. And the fact that the Baudelaire orphans just end up facing misfortune after misfortune after misfortune, but they still end up carrying on their lives, and Count Olaf just finds a new way to screw with these kids, like, it's just so... Like, it's a dark and twisted sense of humor that takes itself just seriously enough, you know? And that's my aesthetic, man. I heard there's a sequel series to Unfortunate Events. I need to find them. I've heard that there are, like, other books that Lemony Snicket ended up writing for, like, that expanded the lore of VFD and whatnot. But I don't know if they necessarily had the same level of critical or commercial success, if I'm being honest. A Hylian seeks to attempt the Korok trial. Is that even allowed? Who cares? Are you here to attempt my Korok trial? Of course. Wow, you really want to try it? I guess it was worth asking after all. Let me tell you about the trial. All you need to do is keep going and not get lost in the mist. Easy, right? What's wrong? You don't look very excited. But don't worry, I got a cryptic little hint for you. The hungry trees will show you the way. Spy the iron to win the day. Didn't I make that sound cool? Think about that as you take on the trial. Spot the iron. Like that? Like that? Okay, now that we're here... Where's the next iron? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, buddy. Yes, buddy. Huzzah! Fall into a pile of bones and get wrecked, my friend. Do you have any other books that stand out to you from your childhood? We were talking about this earlier in stream. I do think that Harry Potter was kind of foundational to my childhood. Unfortunately, I don't really like J.K. Rowling as a person anymore. And so, like, I kind of ended up dropping Harry Potter. Gotta tell you. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom was one of the best. We'll go ahead and do that. One of the best, like, picture books that I had when I was a kid. Love Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. Guardian Spear is getting a little bit low on juice. Okay. But now where do we go? Now... Oh! Okay. I feel like we might be heading in circles. There is a very strong likelihood that we're heading in circles. I've never watched or read the books, and knowing what the author viewpoints are, now I don't think I ever will. Which is really sad, because, like, I do... Like, obviously there are very big flaws in the books. But, like... I do think that there are good qualities in them. Okay. We'll take the rusty broadsword, I suppose. Oh, we'll take the rusty claymore, I suppose. I don't know, like, if you're able to find them used, so that way, like, you end up buying the book, and you end up reading the book without necessarily giving J.K. Rowling money, I think that that is probably, like... among the most moral ways or ethical ways that you could consume it. But, like, at the same time, if you don't really have a desire to do it, don't do it. Right now, I'm reading through Dune, and it's a very heavy read. I would not necessarily recommend reading Dune to, like, people who are looking to get into, like, books from childhoods and whatnot. There is a book series that you might want to check out. It's not necessarily like a children's book series, but it is called the Wayfarer series by Becky Chambers. That is something that you should look up. At least the first 2 books. The third book is good, but it's not nearly as good as the first 2. And the fourth one, I mostly read out of obligation, but it wasn't really my favorite way to spend like 10 to 12 hours. But the first 2 books are really good. It is a book series about, like, it's sci-fi. And the first book is realistically about a human being that, like, kind of wakes up on a starship one day and is kind of thrust into this, like, crazy world full of aliens and whatnot. And if you can imagine such a thing, the human being is able to make their way through the end of the story and develop a good sense of who the characters are, and then they're able to have a found family. And I love a good found family trope. It's so good. I'm going to copy and paste that message to Book's recommendation in my notes, as you should. It's a very good series. Personally, I think that the second book is better than the first book, but I also, like, the second book is mostly related to AI, and it was written long before the current AI horror scene that we see in the year of our Luigi 2026, where AI seems to be, like, infecting everything. It was written in a time that was a little bit more optimistic about AI. Feed me the aged shield guarded by monsters eternal. My brother will repay you in kind. Okay. Well. Duty calls. Let's go ahead and drop this bad boy. We actually didn't need to drop our shield. Look at that, dude! Yeah, buddy! And that... Okay. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing. And Amber, really? Girl, really? I am that kind of person where if I buy a book, I'm going to read it. Might not be right away, but I'll read it. Oh, no. You are in good company, Cher. You are in good company. I don't buy books to read them. Are you kidding me? I buy books and then keep them on my bookshelf for 10 years, and then I may be thinking about reading them later, and then I feel guilty for not reading them, and then I play video games. That's the type of person that I am, and that is the type of community that we are. All right? That's... I don't buy books to read them. No, of course not. No. I'm trying to get better at that. One of my, like, unofficial New Year's resolutions for this year is to start and finish at least one book per month. I ended up finishing the Wayfarer series in early January, and then I started Dune. Dune is a pretty hefty book. But I think that if I end up reading some tonight and I dedicate myself to reading quite a bit tomorrow, then I should be able to get done before the end of January. Please place my chess in my mouth. The Shield Eater's brother stole it from... Oh! Oh, so we can't swim. We need to be able to take... Okay, here we go. I also like listening to audiobooks. I think that listening to audiobooks is honestly sick. Okay. We're gonna stand on the corner. And we're gonna push! And then we're gonna bring it up. Okay, there we go. I really like listening to audiobooks. I especially like listening to audiobooks like on a commute to work. Or like if I'm taking a big road trip, audiobooks are the way to go. So good. Or play Mario Open World 1 on the Switch 2 and drive and listen. Yeah. See, what I need to do is, like, I just need to have an afternoon where I play an audiobook, and I got that going while I end up playing something really chill, like Stardew Valley or Minecraft. That sounds like a perfect time for a guy like me. Where is the shrine? Hello? Oh, there it is. Okay. Guys, I found it. Oh, wait, sneaky river snail. Let's go, dude. I mean, one thing that I kind of ended up doing, like, when I needed a break from, like, studying, this past year, I ended up, like, playing Xenoblade Chronicles X on one monitor and then, like, listening to a podcast on YouTube with the other monitor. And, like, it was honestly kind of overstimulating, but not in a super stressful way. Because I was, like, really paying close attention to the combat and whatnot, and I'm also trying to pay attention to what the podcast is saying. But it was oddly a way to kind of, like, de-stress after, like, reading a bunch of academic journals and whatnot. I don't know if I could ever play a game with lots of reading as I listen to an audiobook. That would hurt my brain. That's fair. That's fair. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles X, fortunately, doesn't have, like, a lot of reading. A giant ancient car, dude! Let's go! Stardew with audiobook sounds complicated. I mean, like, there's item description. Oh, wait, no. There's conversations that you have in Stardew, huh? Because you end up building relationships with the different residents and whatnot. Okay. No, I get what you mean. See, a lot of the time, the way that I end up playing Stardew, I don't really care that much about building relationships. I care about raising a farm and making my way to the bottom of the caverns, bro. That's what I'm doing. I understand that, like, one of the biggest appeals of Stardew is building relationships with the characters, but I'm sorry. I just want... let me grow potatoes on my farm. And let me kill some skeletons. That's what I'm doing. What could also work is just, like, wandering around Skyrim. We're gonna go... I told you there was a shrine there. Now, I think that there's a shrine here. And I think that there's a shrine here. What we could do first... I need to find where we're gonna find a Wizrobe. Maybe we head up here, because we need to get, like, we need an ice wand. And the only way that we're gonna do that is if we end up slaying a Wizrobe. We are gonna have to change into our cold, because we're kind of freezing right now. We're a very freezy boy. We're a freezy boy. Oh my god, I gotta level that up, man. I really need to level that up. Okay. Where is north from here? I think that north is this way? I just showed your stream to my grandma and explained your avatar and the kinds I make, and one day I hope to make mouths move as cool as yours. Honestly, the way that my mouth moves is honestly really simple, Cher. All I do is I have two different frames. I have a frame of what my mouth looks like when it's wide open. I have a frame of what my mouth looks like when it's half open. And then what I did is I made a GIF of it. If you go to like makeagif.com, then it will allow you to like import different PNGs or different JPEGs and then time out the frames for each of those. And you mess with the settings a little bit. It's literally only 2 frames. I use Krita to animate mine. I'm not familiar with Krita. Or Krita, or I don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, I just did mine on makeagif.com. And then like imported that into my PNG Tuber Plus program. Which is also a free program. And I just have it so that it plays the GIF when I am speaking, and then it closes my mouth when I'm not. Yeah, of course. I don't know if you are the person who drew your PNG Tuber avatar, or if you ended up hiring an artist or whatnot. I know that for personally, I ended up hiring an artist. But, yeah, like, as long as you can get multiple frames, you can animate whatever GIF you want. The real challenging thing, if you want to be a PNG tuber, is, like, figuring out what emotions you're going to have, and, like, different expressions that you're going to have, and in an ideal scenario, you would find a way to animate your avatar to actually transition between the different emotions. Because right now, I got this, I got this, I got angry, I've got hard eyes, I've got flaming eyes, and then I've got me being really nervous. Like, for the animated one, like for the fire, literally, just like, I took a couple images of fire that my artist ended up making, and then I just animated them as GIFs. You draw yours, and that's why I showed your avatar to my grandma, saying that I want to make it. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's literally just 2 frames. If you want to, like, I have actually been given, albeit unwarranted advice, from YouTube comments and from TikTok comments and whatnot, about like how to improve the animation. I think that if I were to add an additional frame, it would probably be like a mouth that is just a circle. But the thing is, I would want to do it... what I would probably do is I would animate it at a higher frame rate and then transition from wide open to half open to circle to half open back to wide. And then I would just have that be a loop. I want everybody to know that I would have attacked that Lionel, but my cold armor is very, very light right now. I just want to make it to this shrine, man. We didn't find a Wizrobe at all. We literally just made it to the shrine. I saw a shrine in the distance and I'm like, dude, I gotta go there. The Shah Gema Shrine. All right, let's see what we got. Of course. Oh no, like when it comes to like being a PNG tuber, like honestly, I want to be an open book. I have gotten so much advice just from watching other PNG tubers talk about their shtick on like TikTok and Instagram and whatnot. And there's also like other streamers that like literally they have built an entire career simply out of giving streamers advice. You got to be careful because some of those people are grifters, but like there's tons of tutorials out there for like ways to improve your PNG tuber game. And realistically, if I wasn't working a full-time job, I would still try to find ways that I could improve my PNG tuber game. It's just there's only so many hours in the day, and I want to make sure that I have hobbies outside of PNG tubing as well, you know? What I'm thinking is we simply do that. That allows us to open the chest. We get a small key. Wow, we solved the puzzle. Let's go. I'm really glad that we weren't underneath that. Okay, but what we now need to do is we need to head up again because there's another chest that we can get. See right there? Yes. Oh, no! Oh, dang it. Okay, fine. Fine, that right there. That's a wobble dude moment. Ah, that hurt. I am sorry, everybody. I can never be the same one for every stream. Being able to make the avatars, I explained this to my mom. I could be anything in the world. Now, anything breathing or objects. It would be kind of funny to be a PNG tuber as a toaster. Like, sure, I ended up going with kind of like the nerdy persona because that's kind of who I am in real life as well. I like the idea of bow ties that end up matching with the particular stream that I'm playing. But it would be kind of funny to be a toaster, you know? Wait a minute, it could be fun to be a toaster and then you could have as a channel point redemption. You would need to like activate streamer bot in order to do this. But what you could do is you could hook up streamer bot to your Twitch account so that it keeps track of channel point redemptions, and then also hook up streamer bot to your PNG tuber program so that way you could have people spend channel points to pop different types of bread out of your toaster. Wait a minute, that could be funny. I really need to stop thinking out loud, otherwise I'm going to want to do this in real life. Like, this is dangerous. Okay, I think that that's it. Yeah, it looks like that's it. So let's go ahead, hop out of the shrine. I do have a channel point redemption for Funky Kong, but like, for Funky mode, but I end up like manually doing that, you know? I want to see that creation for April Fools. It would be funny to do. I've never messed with StreamerBot, though. There's a part of me that, like, wants to mess with it because there are some really cool things that you can do with StreamerBot. The problem is, like, it is a free program to do, but it does require that you know at least a little bit about code in order to navigate through the program, and that is something that I'm just not fluent in. You got hotkey instead of streamer. I do have hotkeys instead of StreamerBot, yes. Yeah, I got hotkeys, which unfortunately means that sometimes when I end up typing things into Google, I end up accidentally deactivating funky mode, or sometimes, like, I'll accidentally be angry when I'm just typing things, trying to search through the internet and whatnot. Alright, now where on earth are we going to get a Wiz Ice Robe? Next purchase you need is a Stream Deck. Oh, no, I do have a Stream Deck. That's actually what I attach my hotkeys to. Okay, okay. Because I'm unable, unfortunately, to connect my Stream Deck specific buttons to hotkeys. I need to bind buttons on my Stream Deck to keys that are on my uniform. Oh! Okay, could you not be running away? There we go. Yeah, there's probably a way for me to tell PNG Tuber Plus to listen to the specific buttons on my Stream Deck. There might even be, like, a PNG Tuber Plus... Hold up. Now I need to Google this. Now I need to Google this. PNG Tuber Plus Stream Deck. PNGify me? Unleash your PNG Tuber magic directly from your Steam Deck. Well, that's from the Elgato Marketplace. Oh, you know what? There's a YouTube video. I'll go ahead and look that up after stream. I don't want to watch that, like, mid-stream, especially if we're playing a game and whatnot. But I will be sure to check that out after, you know? Oh my god, so many wolves. And, of course, the Lionel is right there. You can also have multiple PNG Tuber Plus files on OBS or whatever program you use, and then you can get your Stream Deck to connect to those. Maybe... Maybe. Let me think about it. No, the way that I usually do it is I just have multiple files saved in my PNG Tuber Plus program. Usually. Oh, that looks like a Korok seed. Oh, wait, no, that's a chest. That's a chest. Oh, not what I wanted. God, of course I would complicate things like that. Come on, Wobble. So your message in chat, what if I'm already following and want to see more? What if I'm following and I want to see more? For, my artist? I mean, whatever she's got posted, like, that's kind of where she's at. She is also a college student who, is, like... I think at this point she is an active student teacher. And so she does not have all of the time in the world, but, I mean, hopefully she has enough time to potentially do some additional, like, projects for me. At the same time, I don't want to, like, distract her too much from student teaching, because student teaching is a lot of work. Like, I don't think that people realize how crazy student teaching is, because you have all the work of being a teacher, none of the experience that would give you the resilience or grit to make it through the end of the semester, and you are doing all of that work literally for free. Student teachers do not get paid. They're literally just doing that experience and not being paid for it. You comment in chat as I already enjoy streaming for you all. Oh, you like what you see? You want to see more? Drop a follow? Yeah, it's that one. Yeah. Nah, I get it. I get it. If you would like to see more, then I've got a VODs channel and I've got some socials. Social media and whatnot. Oh, these silly little rhinos. I just want to run into some whiz robes, man. What's a guy got to do to find a whiz robe around here? I see a shrine. I'll take this, though. And, of course, we got these guys, because, of course, it's night again. Okay. I'm thinking. Hold up. Oh, do I not have... Why do I not have Rivali's Gale activated? Am I silly? No, I want to get Rivali's Gale. I want to head up the mountain, you know? I didn't know about the VOD channel. I would like the link for that, please. Try exclamation point VODs? I don't remember if I made that, like, active for the entire community or just moderators. Ah, it's just moderators. Well, I need to change that. There we go. Yeah, I really should have a separate YouTube channel just for shorts and just for VODs. I think that would give me a lot better growth and sustainability on YouTube than what I currently got going on. But I also, like, I don't know, man. I got a full-time job and like that. At the end of the day, that is always going to be my priority. Yeah, dropped a follow. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. We got Amber. I mean, I'll take a ruby. Please and thank you. How tall is this stinking mountain? It goes on forever. Stream frozen, all I heard was job main pri- Oh yeah, no, my full-time job is always going to be my main priority. I do enjoy being a PNG tuber. I enjoy streaming on Twitch. But I'm always going to prioritize the thing that actually gives, like, my actual income. I do technically make money from Twitch, but it's more like $50 every 2 months. Like, it's not a lot of money. It's basically enough to pay for a single video game, like, every 2 months. That's how it should be, your job being your main priority. Oh, of course, of course. And I gotta be honest, I don't even know if I would want to stream full-time. Like, I enjoy streaming a lot, but I don't think that I could handle the stress of it being full-time. And I'm saying this literally as a middle school teacher, all right? I'm saying this as somebody who has a lot of experience in the education system. I don't think that I could handle the stress of being a full-time streamer. Because your entire livelihood is dependent on the whims and fancies of what the algorithm happens to favor on that particular day, in that particular week. And it could change at any moment. And you could be super successful one day, and then your views could drop by, like, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, just on a dime. And if I was hiring, like, an entire team of people in order to keep the channel alive, like, I would not be able to handle that stress and volatility. No thanks, I'd rather be a teacher at that point. Drill shaft! Okay. What are we getting rid of? What are we tossing? I think the Spiked Moblin Club, actually. Now, I get the feeling... Wait, I have an idea. A Korok leaf. Can I blow the fire? I cannot blow the fire. I'm trying to tell my puppy it's bedtime, not playtime. He said beg to differ. Puppies are really good at that type of argument, honestly. Okay. I don't have a lot of arrows. That's what I'm a little bit nervous. Oh, we do not want to do... We have to do fire arrows. We have to do fire arrows. He just turned 7 and is very much still a puppy. Like 7 Earth years or 7 puppy years? Because 7 Earth... That's not a puppy. That is a middle-aged man. That is a middle-aged man telling you, I don't want to fall asleep. That's... No, don't bother me. The game is on. That's what your dog is telling you. I'll take the Guardian Spear. He's crying now. Oh, poor little guy. Doesn't want to do things. Okay, is there anything in the box? No, I don't think there's anything in the box. We're just gonna take this with us, though. Because you never know when a metal box is going to come in handy. Yes. You never know when a metal box is going to come in handy. Well, okay, I tried. Whee! Okay. He's a white Pomeranian, and I still consider him my puppy because he's so... Well, that... Okay. A Pomeranian is different. Because if it's a Pomeranian, then, like, it doesn't matter how old they are. They could be, like, 12 years old and they're still a puppy, you know? If they are small, they are a puppy. You know, I probably should have done flurry rushes in the Trial of the Sword. I'm only realizing this now. I probably should have done flurry rushes in Trial of the Sword. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to take a fire arrow, shoot it there, burn the barrel, burn the other barrel, wait patiently, and be invited in. Right. Oh, a chest? Don't mind if I yes? A small key? Where have we seen a lock? Perhaps right here. Now, I feel like there's a secret. No, I guess there's not a secret. If there was a secret, then there would be, like, a room behind the giant leaves and everything, and no such room exists. Okay, so we take another shrine. Oh, that's 3 spirit orbs. That's 3 spirit orbs. That's not bad. We still haven't come across one of the stinking whiz robes. What is a guy gotta do to get a whiz robe around here? We have one last attempt that we can make. One last attempt. Because we're kind of, like, in a secluded area right now. But what we could do is we could go to Heber Tower. And then we might be able to spot one at a distance. I think that there might be greater draw distance on the Switch 2 edition, but I'm not sure. I'm doing one last Hail Mary. That's what I'm doing. So. I see a cabin. That's going to be a great opportunity for us to grind some rubies. I see a bokoblin. I'm not sure about that one, Chief. Okay. Let's head down here. Because they might spawn... See, there's a fire that's spawning in. There's a guardian that ended up attacking this village. Tabantha Village ruin. See, it's really sad. You look at all of these ruins, and it's like, man, it makes you feel kind of somber and remorse for, like, who lived here? And what were their lives like before the calamity? Look at that, dude! We got an ice whiz robe! Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We got a blizzard rod. Okay. Let's head back to the Korok Forest. You see, in comedy, we call that a button. Something that's going to be a nice way to wrap up the scene before you end up, well, wrapping up the scene. One last joke that you throw in there that ties everything in a nice, neat little bow. And for that, we've got this rod. Let's see if we can talk with our friend. Where is our friend?
Mr. Hero? Whoa, whoa, is that an ice rod strapped to your back? Is that a blizzard rod? Incredible shimmer, unbelievable sparkle. Thank you, Mr. Hero. Your weapon is so amazingly wonderfully sparkly, I must give you something as thanks.
300 bucks? Okay, that was worth it.
Clink sparkle.
That's it? Okay, you know what? I'll take that. Well, I think that's basically going to settle it for this stream. I say we had a pretty successful stream. While it was relatively simple for us to get the Master Sword, we did end up trying Trial of the Sword, found out very quickly that we need to do a little bit of grinding and practicing in order to be successful. But then, like, we ended up doing some shrines, we got 300 bucks, you know? I would say that that's a win. I will say this, if you like the content and would like to see more, consider dropping a follow. It is not expected, but it is greatly appreciated, and you get to be a part of this lovely Crab Rangoon loving community that not only meets on stream, but also meets on Discord, where we have a good time. We share food pictures, pet pictures, jokes, and we talk about all things pop culture. It's a good romp. If you aren't able to make it to every stream, I do have a VODs channel. Gonna put that link in chat as well. And if you want just the clips and just the highlights, consider following me on my socials like TikTok, Instagram, and on Blue Sky. I have not been a fan of TikTok lately. I'm not a fan of the new terms of service, and I am certainly not a fan of their new owners. But I'll keep posting on TikTok at least for a while. But be sure to also follow me on my other socials as well to stay on top of what I got going on in my life. When we stream on Saturday, folks, we are going to be doing some Mario Kart World. I am going to be joined by the one and only Twilight Cord, and we're also going to open things up to the community. So if you would like to join us for some races, we're going to be doing some custom items races, maybe even some knockout tour. And I hope to see you guys there. But that is going to do it for me for today. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. And wherever you are in the world, stay safe. And have a fantastic rest of your week, everybody.